What's going on, guys? I'm Duck5. Welcome back to another video, and today we have the infamous window in the back right there. And then when you look back, it's going to be looking directly at you from across the street, up at the window. I swear to you, that's what's going to happen. What point of view is creepier, though? Let me know if you have seen that video down in the comments below. But anyways, today we are here to discuss Call of Duty Vanguard. Okay, this is Call of Duty 2021. And as you know, Call of Duty has been, pretty ass as of recently. I feel like we're in just the Great Depression of Call of Duty, and Call of Duty Vanguard definitely doesn't disappoint. It definitely fits into that Great Depression status with ease, let's just say that. But basically today the beta dropped and I played. I could only play like an hour of it because it was just not in good shape at all. There are some things that, obviously can be fixed. Obviously, we've only played a single game mode, but then there's those things that are like, come on now. So we're going to be discussing it all today. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoy, and if you find yourself coming back to my videos, make sure you subscribe, bro. That's the only logical thing to do, okay? First thing that you'll notice is the game is very dark. It is extremely dark, and it only gets worse if you are hit twice or if you're at a very low health. You know how in like every other Call of Duty game there's like a bloody screen when you're low on health, This, it just gets dark, as though the game itself isn't dark enough, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of has the same issue as World War II, where if you try to turn up the brightness, it's like this weird ass filter that's over your screen that actually hinders like your line of sight. But then when you try to turn it down, like the game itself is just very, very dark. This is a problem because A, you can't see anybody, and that's another problem. Like you really can't see anybody, but we'll get into that in a second. And two, it has this sort of depressing feeling, like it's going for the semi-realistic feel of like you being in the war type shit, like you feeling how the soldiers are feeling. But like when you're playing multiplayer and I guess Warzone now, you don't want to, you want to have a good time, you don't want to be in this dark, depressing, gloomy game. But that's just subjective. But objectively, the game being dark is a problem because in this game especially, you cannot see shit. You cannot see a thing, not a thing. The only way that you'll be able to see an enemy is if you see their name tags, right? The red outline of their name tags. Or if they're moved. Like, I've literally come across enemies that were, like, invisible to me. And, I mean, I think I did more, like, guess shooting, which is just basically holding down my AR in the direction in which I think they are, and then ended up getting some hit markers, rather than actually seeing that person in my line of sight and then aiming and shooting at them. I also didn't hear any footsteps. I didn't hear any enemy footsteps. It was just like, oh, I see you, I'm gonna shoot and kill you. I didn't hear any footsteps. So I've actually mistook like one of those posters, like the map tried to be like a target, like a shooting range, right? And they had like the target up, like the poster, the target up of like an enemy shooting at you, but it's a poster, it's a picture, it's not really like an enemy, and I thought that was an enemy and I started shooting at it. I shit you not. Yeah, the game is just really dark. There's no footsteps, and when you shoot the gun, you don't appear on the mini-map, as though everybody has ghosts, everybody has suppressors on their guns. Like, that's a real functionality for a lot of the items in the game, or it used to be, right? You have a suppressor, you're quieter. I mean, you can still be heard on the map, but when you shoot, your gun didn't come up on the map, right? If you had ghosts, as long as you were moving, you would not come up on the map in the event that a person had an UAV or now a spy plane, right? But now we just throw all that out the window, and then like when somebody shoots, they don't come up on the mini-map anyways. It's like you have no real way of knowing where anybody is, and that has like just opened up a lot of room for campers, right? I don't know how many times I have died to a camper. A lot of people just like can't not camp, you know what I'm saying? It's actually very annoying. That's really what's objectively wrong with like the coloring in the game. Like I said, I don't know why we're even going back to these like World War II style games or anything. I genuinely don't know why, but anyways, I digress. Now my second point is that it's not that clunky, but it's clunky enough, you know? So let me explain. I feel like it's definitely less clunky than World War II, which is good. I'd say it's like Infinite Warfare clunky, right? Not too clunky, but clunky enough. But Infinite Warfare, you could jump and shit, so not even as clunky as Infinite Warfare. It's definitely less clunky than World War II, definitely less clunky than Modern Warfare, and I don't know if it's even possible for a video game period to be as clunky as Cold War, but it's definitely less clunky than Cold War, whatever, Cold War, yeah, Cold War, that's how you say it. It's clunky enough to the extent that if you're running and you see somebody in front of you and you try to shoot them, it's gonna take a second. Basically, if you're running and you come across somebody, it's basically the same thing as running, coming across somebody while reloading. The movement is good, but like the reloading, the shooting, the delay, the input delay in that regard, that respect, you can't like shoot while doing certain actions. That needs to go, okay? The time to kill is decent given the fact that we are not playing Vanguard, right? Vanguard, the environment is destructible. So I feel like, of course, your weapons are gonna start being less accurate if you try to push them beyond their range, but the time to kill is still the same. Usually if like you were, let's say if I was using an SMG and I tried to shoot somebody across the map, not only would my accuracy be, you know, off the charts, but it would take me longer to kill that person. Now, this isn't really the case. And given the fact that you have destructible environments, you could pretty much shoot anybody from anywhere and deal lethal damage before, like I said with the clunkiness before that person has actual time to turn around or shoot back at you or to do something about it, you know? So with the clunkiness, with the time to kill and the darkness of the game, basically nothing you can do if you're getting shot at. You know, you can try and hide behind cover, but there's a good chance that your enemy's gonna be able to shoot you through that. The bar, I don't know what it is with sledgehammer games, with these World War II games. The bar is still overpowered. It's still like the weapon that I don't understand. I don't get it. Now in this game mode, a lot of the things, it already feels like more Warzone-esque, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the essential things to get, like a lot of kill streaks that you would normally get, that's now like attachments and stuff, like it's all buyable now, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is the direction that they're gonna go with Call of Duty's multiplayer, like in regards of being more Warzone-esque, like buying shit all the time. I get that Warzone is the most popular game mode. Warzone basically saved Call of Duty. But I mean, does that mean Warzone should be in multiplayer? Like Warzone, what do you call it? Not antics, but like phenomenon, whatever. Should elements of Warzone be in multiplayer to that extent? Not really. Not really. It should be multiplayer elements in Warzone and then you change it to suit a Battle Royale game mode. But it's actually the other way around and it's just not working really. And I get that it's the more popular game mode, but I mean, aren't you tired of, like, just because something is making you money and it's the most popular game mode doesn't mean that like it should be plastered up on my application screen? Call of Duty Warzone, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Warzone, Cold War. It's clear, just like Fortnite, like it's clear that Call of Duty is taking a shift in directions and, you know, just forgetting like the true essence of their game. At least Call of Duty's in good company. Like I said, Fortnite's doing the same thing. And the theme is kind of just like, I truly don't know why we're going back to World War II. You have Battlefield 2042, modern, you know, Halo Infinite's coming out this year. It's obviously not historic, you know, it's its own thing, always been futuristic. You know, I feel like we needed like a BO2-esque shooter, especially in this year where like we've had 5 terrible Call of Duties in a row. I just really feel like World War II was not the way to go. Vanguard, whatever, my nigga, I don't care. Historical Call of Duty, It's just not it at this point. I mean, like, there's no room for like vibrant colors. There's no room for like interesting weapons. There's no room for like cool movement. No room for like cool lethals and tacticals and perks and kill streaks like that. I mean, that alone is what you're signing up for if you want to have like a historical Call of Duty. And I feel like you need to recognize when you've sort of drawn something out, like in your franchise, especially, you know, like I feel like how many world, like we've had Call of Duty 1 through 3, World at War, right? And then what? I mean, Black Ops was sort of historical, not really. I mean, okay, so you have 4 historical CODs, then we go back into World War II, 5, and now we have Vanguard. It's definitely like pushing out, like, I don't know. You're trying to like pander to a certain niche of players, like that enjoys world or like historical content, you know? And it's like there's a lot of other games that can do that for them. I mean, Battlefield did that for forever, and now look, they're switching up their direction. I just really feel like this year especially is like, or was the year that we needed like a modern shooter, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, that was my piece on Vanguard. I'll also say that I need to like actually play the multiplayer to like decide whether or not it's a good or bad video game, you know? Like right now I can't make any conclusions, but to me, it's just all going downhill. But like I said, my expectations, just like the entire communities, like my expectations weren't high at all. I wasn't even looking forward to Call of Duty. Like if they hadn't put out a Call of Duty game this year, I would have been fine. If they didn't put out a Call of Duty game next year in 2022, I would have been fine. Like I said, they need to just remaster like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, one of those 4 Call of Duty games, and they'll be all set, you know what I'm saying? Just and then just put an end to the Call of Duty series, because obviously this new stuff isn't working out, all right? Anyways, that was my piece. If you enjoyed, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Like I said, if you find if you find yourself watching my streams on Twitch, yes, I have a Twitch channel. If you find yourself watching the Inceptionist podcast, the podcast where me and my boys go on, and then if you find yourself coming back to my channels, make sure to subscribe. Everything you need and then some will be in the link down in the description below.